one scenario of how marketing strategy plays such an important role in a company's environment. The strategy that you devise, how it makes the fortunes of a company, is brought out by this strategy adopted by Toyota in the Indian market. This is an actual case which happened in our own country, in our own environment. So this is the company in question is the Toyota company. This whole lecture is titled as that is the Toyota strategy. So this is how Toyota did the strategy in the marketplace. It was the year 1998. Toyota wanted to come into the Indian market. When they wanted to come into the Indian market, they were looking for a partner from the Indian side. So it was also the time when Kirloskar was looking for new opportunities to tie up. The result, Toyota picked up Kirloskar to enter India. So the statement given by the president of the Toyota Motor Company at that point of time was Kirloskar is the gateway to India for Toyota. So this was the year 1998. Then what happened? From 2001 to 2004, Toyota came up with a wonderful car. Not really a car, it is an SUV, that is the Toyota Qualis. This Toyota Qualis, which came out from Toyota, was considered as the most economical multi-utility vehicle in India. So it is actually Toyota put this Toyota Qualis as an MUV in the Indian market in 2001. At that point of time, there were so many vehicles which were being manufactured by other well-known manufacturers, which was also in the same category of this MUV like Toyota Qualis. So in other words, these vehicles were competitors to Toyota Qualis. Which were these vehicles? These vehicles were Tata Sumo manufactured by Tatas, Mahindra Bolero by Mahindras, then Mahindra Armada again by Mahindras, then the Tempo Trax by Bajaj. All these well-known names. You have four well-known Indian auto manufacturers who have got entrenched in the Indian market. And that was a time when Toyota came and introduced this Toyota Qualis. So Toyota Qualis had in effect very stiff competition from these four, that is the Tata Sumo, Mahindra Bolero, Mahindra Armada, and then the Tempo Trax. This was the year 2001 when this happened. Now look at what happened next. 2003 to 2004. Toyota was considered as the most economical executive multi-vehicle in India. So Toyota Qualis got a facelift from Toyota and they made it to look like a good executive MUV which many of the Indian executives would be happy to travel in. And the Indian Automobile Association looked at this vehicle, Toyota Qualis, and said this is the most economical executive multi-vehicle, multi-utility vehicle in India. This was 2003. Now, at that point of time, some more competitors came to Toyota's Qualis, that is the facelifted Toyota Qualis. Which were these competitors? The first competitor was Chevrolet Tavera. This is from GM. The second one from Mahindra Bolero Sports from Mahindra. Then you had Mahindra Scorpio, again from Mahindra. Then you had Tata Sumo Victa. So it was again a facelift given to Tata Sumo to make it more appealing to executives who would like to travel the Tata Sumo. So they called it the Tata Sumo Victa. So Toyota Qualis, the facelift given to Toyota Qualis to make it become the most economical executive multi-vehicle in India, had very stiff competition again from well-established players. Kindly note this. Chevrolet Tavera from the GM, then Mahindra Bolero Sports, then Mahindra Scorpio from Mahindras, then Tata Sumo Victa from Tatas. So the first Tata the first Toyota vehicle, if you see, it had the competition from Tata Sumo, Mahindra Bolero, Mahindra Armada, Tempo Trax. Now within a span of 2 years, what is happening? Toyota Qualis has got a facelift, and how does it look like? If you see, Toyota Qualis facelift has changed the competitive scenario. So instead of the 4 we saw, the facelifted Qualis has got competition from Chevrolet Tavera, Mahindra Bolero Sports, then Mahindra Scorpio, then Tata Sumo Victor. So you see the Tempo Trax of Bajaj not in this picture now. Instead you have the Chevrolet Tavera. Now what happens in by the end of 2004? According to the Auto India, Toyota Qualis is rated as the most reliable passenger carrier in India. Look at this extraordinary performance of Toyota. Just within 3 years, Auto India rates Toyota Qualis as the most reliable passenger carrier in India when there was such a terrific competition from such established players, including a foreign player like GM. So the result is Toyota got a major success in subsiding almost all the top Indian MUV manufacturers. Just within a span of 3 years, Toyota company got a major success in subsiding almost all the top Indian MUV manufacturers, and it was considered as the best vehicle, most reliable passenger carrier within a span of 3 years. This is an extraordinary performance by Toyota. Now look at what happened afterwards. This is something very, very interesting. Now the people who were giving competition, that is the manufacturers who were giving competition to Toyota Qualis, they were not prepared to look back. They said, we will compete with the facelifted Toyota Qualis. What happened? To compete with the Toyota Qualis, all the major MUV manufacturers in India diverted their funds in development of new generation SUVs and MUVs. Look at this. Terrific amount of money pumped in by these major manufacturers, auto manufacturers, from the house of Tatas, from the house of Mahindras, and then from the house of GM to take on Toyota in the Indian market. Now what does Toyota do